Welcome back. I'm so glad you've joined me. Last time we were together, we learned about Saul's second mistake, when he disobeyed God by not destroying all of the evil Amalekites. Samuel came and brought Saul a message. God has taken the kingdom from you, Saul. He loves obedience better than gifts. Samuel grieved as he left Saul that day, and they never saw each other again while they were alive. The word of the Lord came again to Samuel at his house, and the Lord said, "Samuel, how long will you cry for Saul, since I no longer want him to lead my people? Fill your anointing horn with oil and go to Bethlehem to Jesse's house. One of his sons is my next king of Israel." Lord, if I go to Bethlehem with an anointing horn and Saul finds out, I'm as good as dead, Samuel said. "Bring a young cow to sacrifice to me there, and invite Jesse to sacrifice with you. From there I will show you what to do, and you will anoint the one I tell you." So Samuel came to Bethlehem leading a young cow, and the people of Bethlehem wondered why the judge was there. "Do you come peaceably, Judge of Israel?" they asked, quite fearful. "Yes, I am here to sacrifice. Come with me if you like," Samuel said. And he invited Jesse and his sons and prepared them to come too. On the day of the sacrifice, everyone was clean and ready. Samuel looked around at Jesse's sons, and his eye fell on the tallest, handsomest, oldest son. "Surely this is the one," Samuel thought, but the Lord spoke into his heart. "Don't look at how tall or how handsome he is, Samuel. I have rejected him because I'm not looking at his outer appearance. I'm looking at his heart." "This is not the one," Samuel said. "Abinadab," Jesse called, and Abinadab came before Samuel. "No, the Lord has not chosen this one either," Samuel said. "Shammah, come here, lad," called Jesse. "No, not this one either," Samuel said. When the seventh one came before Samuel, it was not the son that the Lord had chosen to be king. "Are these all your sons? Are there any more?" asked Samuel. "Well," answered Jesse, "sure, there's one more, the youngest. He's just a little boy, really, and he's watching my flock of sheep out in the fields." "Send someone for him, for we will not sit down to eat until he gets here," Samuel said. So they waited for a servant to get David. When Samuel looked at David, he saw that he was a red-headed boy, very handsome, in his face and form. And the Lord told Samuel in his heart, "Arise, anoint him, for this is the one." So David stood before Samuel, and Samuel pulled the flask of oil out from his robe and poured it on David's head in front of all his family. Having done as the Lord told him, Samuel went back home to Ramah. And from that day forward, the Spirit of God caused David to succeed in everything he did. But the Spirit of the Lord that had been blessing Saul left him, because he had rejected God, and Saul was tormented with evil spirits from that day on. When Saul's servants saw how miserable he was, they suggested that the king find someone who could play soothing music on the harp and have him play whenever Saul was being tormented. Desperate for some relief, the king of Israel agreed. "When I was passing the fields of Jesse," one of Saul's servants piped up, "I saw one of his sons, just a lad, watching the sheep and playing the harp. He's an excellent musician. I would have stopped to listen longer, but I had to come to you, my lord." "Get him! I need relief!" shouted Saul. So servants were sent immediately to get David from Jesse's house. Everyone knows that you don't disobey the king. So Jesse sent David with a donkey laden down with bread and a bottle of wine and a young goat. When King Saul saw David, he loved him greatly and sent back word asking Jesse if David could live there at the palace and work for Saul, because David was very special to him. Jesse agreed. So David lived with King Saul, and whenever the evil spirit would torment him, David would come and play his harp, and the spirit would leave, and Saul would feel refreshed. We'll have to stop there for now, but the story is just beginning to unfold, so I'll see you back here soon to hear the next story called David and Goliath. Until then, so long!